howdy y'all, it's Shannon from Creative Chaos in Tennessee, and today I just wanted to show y'all how to make these really cute cameras using scraps and no fancy tools. Now, this one was very much out of my comfort zone. This is actually for a swap over on Ginger's Corner. I can link that below, but pretty much she is doing a swap where you're not allowed to use no fancy tools. So pretty much what you can use is a ruler, a paper trimmer, your scissors, of course paper, but like no Cricuts, no die cut machines, none of that stuff. So this, and it has to be kept flat for mailing purposes. So you're not allowed to have any lumps and bumps. So I did create this one just for myself, that I'm sure y'all will see on an upcoming layout. But I did this one and I used foam dots and this little butterfly and a blingy and all that. But all of it was made from paper scraps. And these are also made from scraps. Hopefully y'all can see it because I cannot see my camera at all unless I stand up. But with these, I literally just, you just take a piece of paper and I'll show you how to cut it down to get the camera shape without using anything fancy. But I just fussy cut out of this pattern paper some of the lemons that you see on the centers. And then I did use stamps and I stamped onto it. I used this stamp set from Tracy Hay, Alpaca Pals. It's really cute and it just has different words and the definitions of them. This is just me fussy cutting dinosaur paper. And this is so much easier if you have, like, you know, can cut your circles out on a Cricut or a die cut machine or whatever. But I literally used washi tape and traced around, put it where I wanted it to be cut out. And that's how I got these. Now, I did cheat a little bit by using a pre-cut circle behind this, the little orange one and the yellow ones, were leftovers I had from something else I'd made. I had a bunch of extra circles. And then it's just strips of paper. Strip of paper for this, Zip strips are great sizes to use. All of these are different sizes. I didn't measure anything. And I'm going to leave this out just for a second. I know it's harder to see on the black. But this is pretty much the piece of paper I'm starting out with. It's like 3.5 by 2.5. Which, like I said, I've made them different sizes. So really you can just use whatever scraps that's pretty much in a rectangle shape. Okay, so pretty much I am going to mark in 3/4 of an inch on this side, and then I'm going to move it over to 3 just to make it easier to measure this way, and then 3/4 of an inch on this side. Okay, then I'm going to line it back up, and then I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to go down 1/2 of an inch. And I'm so sorry if my head is in the way. I'm trying to see if I got it lined up. And then I'm just going to draw this out. And I'm using pencil so that I can erase it. Okay, so pretty much that's done. Let me get rid of this mat so that it's easier to see on the white table. Okay, so then pretty much, let me stand up. Sorry, my chair's squeaky. You can see where I drew in my lines. And then pretty much you're just going to take and go down and then go to this mark and go down and then cut off these edges. Now, if that's not perfect enough for you, you can always go in and trim it up just a little bit more. I pretty much didn't have my cut them at the exact same angle, but I'm okay with imperfection. I'm very much not a perfectionist, and I'm good if it's okay, because these are just cute little cameras. Okay, so let me erase my marks that I made. Okay, so then I'm going to decide what paper I want here. And I think I'm just going to use this paper. And I do it, you know, the very technical way. I just lay it out and I mark. So there's a mark for that in. And then pretty much I just need to decide where I want it to land overall. So, and you could be very precise and you could measure all this out, but I'm not. I'm not a precision person. I'm just to eyeball it and go with the flow. Okay, let me get out my trimmer. Sorry, it's massive. I don't have any small ones anymore since I switched over to this one. And then pretty much you're just going to cut at your lines. That side's not even because this is a scrap piece of paper. Okay, and then I'm going to cut this at my other line. I love this trimmer, but that's the one thing I don't like, is that you can't look on the other side for the measurements. And you can't like run your little blade to like gut paper or anything, because you just gotta, but it does get the job done. Okay, so I'll erase my mark. Okay, so then this is your piece for this, and I'm just going to glue that down. And you could ink, we'll ink the edges on this one. You could ink them, you don't have to. It's really just about the look you want. There's so many possibilities with these and what you could add to them and how you could do it. And I mean, you could really make these little masterpieces. Okay, so there's that. You got your basic shape coming together. So then what I did, I just took, this is just a zip strip, or it's actually a piece that I cut off, but it's about the size of a zip strip, probably about a ½ inch. And I just clip it off, and I'm going to glue it here, and that's going to be our flash bar that's on a camera. Now, you could do them in different spots. You could do this different. You could leave this and put a sentiment up here, or, you know, write the camera's name. Like if you have a Canon, I'm a Canon girl. But, you could put Canon there, and then you could put your flash over here. And you can see, this is the first one I made, and, I had looked up some ideas, and this is the flash over here, and then I just wrote that in because I don't know, it kind of looked plain. But then I did them different. I got some that's got big flashes, some that's got little flashes. Literally, it's just using up your scraps. I got a little spot on that, but it's not going to matter because it's going to be covered up with the little lines. Okay, so next, pretty much, I'm going to do a dinosaur. So I think I'm going to do the green one since I don't have a green one yet. I have red, blue, and yellow so far. Okay, so pretty much what I did was I took some washi tape, since we're not supposed to be using a die cutter. And I just took it and I traced around it with my pencil. And that's the good thing about this, is that you can just, using a roll of washi tape or something like that, you can see exactly where you're going to have it. And then I just fussy cut it out. And, you know, it's hard to cut a circle perfect, but like I said before, it's not a big deal if it's a little imperfect. I feel like it just gives stuff character. Okay, And I'm just going to ink around this since I already inked the other piece. Okay, so then I'm going to cheat again, and put this on here as another one. But you could take and use a bigger size washi tape. Well, that one's not quite bigger. But you could use a bottle. You could trace the bottom of a bottle, your glue, your water, you know, whatever, just to get a circle. The bottom of a cup. I mean, I've used all kinds of stuff. When I like to cut a big circle for a layout, I generally go get a dinner plate and trace around it because most of the time I'm too lazy to cut it out on my Cricut. And it's just so much faster to trace around a plate and cut it. Okay, so now, this is the point where you could really personalize it. You could pop it up on foam tape. You could add a sentiment stamp on there. You could stamp a little sentiment like right here, you know, like a word, or whatever. But since I have to have these flat for mailing, I'm just trying to keep them kind of basic. Okay, and then pretty much I need the little button to take the picture for the shutter. Let's see. Trying to look around and see what color scrap papers I got that might go well. But I mean, pretty much, you know, you can just use whatever. All you need is a little bitty piece. This is great for, you know, using up all those little extras. Let's see about this one. Since the dinosaur has some yellow in him, I think I will do this one. Okay, so pretty much I'm just going to clip off a little piece so that it's a little bit longer just to give me something to glue to. And I'm going to put this on. And voila. Now you have your shutter to take the picture. Okay, so then the rest is, you know, you can do all kinds of other stuff. Sorry, let me sit down. I got a new desk chair and it's a little bit squeaky. It needs to be oiled. But pretty much I just took a fine line pen. This one's a 0.8. You could use, you know, whatever sizes. And speaking of fine line pens, I got this set of different sizes at Five Below. And they were, I think they were $4. They might have been $5. But it has a 0.8, a 0.2, a 0.4, a 0.6, a 1.0, and it has the brush. And, I mean, they're really nice. They write really good, and I have been pleased with them, especially for the price. But Five Below actually has a lot of nice little art supplies. Watercolors. I did get metallic watercolors from there. So, all kinds of stuff. But pretty much what I'm going to do is just draw around this. And, you know, like I said, if you like being very precise, you could take and get your ruler out and draw your line straight and measure it out and all that stuff. But that's just not who I am. So, I just drew the lines in like this, and then I went back this way. Because, you know, like the old tiny flashes on the camera, well, even now, but they look like they're like shattered glass almost. So, I think that's, you know, it kind of looks like it. And I'm happy with it anyways. And then this, I just went around and outlined some of the cameras. I did them all a little bit different. Like some of them I went around the circle. Some of them I didn't. But it's really just up to you. And like I said, once again, you could get out your ruler and line everything up if you don't like to just, you know, freehand it and squiggly line it and all that. But I think those are cute. And then I took, for a finishing touch, and since they have to stay flat, I tried to figure out ways to add in something extra. I just used my shimmer brush, the plain, it's clear, and I just went over it. And where my pen has just been used, it causes, the shimmer brush causes it to smear. But if you do it, and I like to wipe it off sometimes just so it's not getting too much, but I feel like it gives it a more realistic look because it is a little bit darker. But it gives it that shimmer. I don't know if y'all can see that, but you know, it would go great with what's it called? Liquid glass. That's not what it's called. I can't think of what it's called. Sorry. The liquid glass. But if you used it, you know, you could liquid glass this to look like the lens and the little button or the flash or whatever. I don't know if y'all can see that shimmer. But I think these are really cute, really easy. And like I said, if you don't have to keep them flat for whatever reason, you can really add to them because this one is like popped up. Sorry, I was trying to get my camera to focus. Okay, but it won't. But I popped this up and added this little butterfly, and this one, you know, is a bigger embellishment, which I like to use. But I would love to see if y'all try to recreate these. You could do them in any colors and any theme. You know, change it up, do it different. Put your flash on the side and, you know, something else up top. But I would love to, and you could add like little rhinestones too. I see so many possibilities. But I would love to see if you create some of these. So until next time, bye y'all.